What's up, Chucker? How you doing? Oh, I don't know if I want to use this or not. Put him back up there. Glasses. There we go. Rebecca, Michael, Ray, and Sandy, how you guys doing? Welcome in. We are going to go ahead and give this one a shot and hope it doesn't come flying apart. So we're going to take it slow and easy. Everything's nice and sharp. And see how it turns out. I may, if it looks a little squirrely, switch back over to the face shield. Brian, welcome in. How's it going? Okay. Get you guys in here nice and close. Okay. There we go. Grab the big 5/8 bowl gouge. A little more speed than that. And we'll see how this is going to go. Baby Kisses, how you doing? Switch you guys up. There we go. Get some nice shavings off that. Get a peek at it. All right. Lawrence, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. BK's talking about going to get a drink. Definitely getting some good shavings off of it. Let's hope it stays together in one piece for us. That's why I keep stopping here to see if this is opening up or not. What's going on, Rachel? Welcome in. Start setting up for getting a tenon on the bottom. Should have smoothed that off. Not quite. Definitely not that fast. Give this a twist so you can kind of see what I'm working with. Pull you back out the firing line just in case. My chuck does have the dovetail jaws, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. Hopefully I didn't make that too small. We'll find out in a second. Alright, a couple more passes and then we'll get this thing reversed. Hey Jay, welcome in. How you been, man? Where are we bumping? Probably due to that crack. Or that pith right there. Something's causing a little bit of a bounce. Alright. Coming right up to that. Want to keep some of the live edge on this. For anybody wondering why I'm changing directions there, let's see if I can get the camera to stick. If I come up with the tool this direction and get into this bark area, it's going to lift the bark right off. It'll tear it off. So one of the ways you can keep it on is by changing to your tool direction and cutting down, and the bark will typically stay a little better. So we're not quite round yet, so I'm going to come from another direction and see if we can't get it round and save some of that bark. Let's see how we did. Not quite there yet. Still just shy. Making contact the whole way there, just missing that spot right there. There we go. You see we're taking real thin shavings there. The thing is, we're carrying it up one final pass that way, smooth that all out, and then we'll get it reversed. What's up there, NRD? How you doing, man? I was watching one of your videos earlier. You working on a table. Yep, this is going to be a wood bowl. Now we'll switch over to the big scraper, smooth everything out. Big scraper. Sorry, I'm bumping you guys. All right. Put you there. I think you'll be able to see pretty good. See how we're looking. I don't like that bump right there. Let me lose some of the bark. Try not to, but it may happen. That's looking a little better. A little bit. I don't know if we can use it way up here. We're going to be cutting a lot of air. We'll give it a go. Cashmere, welcome in. All right. I think we can clean that up a little bit later. So now we'll go ahead and see about getting that reversed. Anybody catch Old Path's premiere? I think that was on earlier. I just missed getting home in time for it. Looks like he was making some pens on it. Alright, that's a wormwood screw. That's how I like to mount all my pieces. Lots of different ways to do it. Use whatever one feels best for you. Pretty much nailed the sizing on that tenon. Alright, swing you guys over this way. There we go. We'll get this inside taken care of. And if it's going to blow up, it's probably going to be when we start doing the inside. Because right now it's still got a lot of mass holding it together. But we'll see what this crack's going to do. I think I'm missing something. Uh-oh, don't want to do that. Should be a good spot for you. The reason I'm moving you is I have to be able to swing this tool underneath the phone. Oh boy. That was way too fat of a pass. This damaged bowl. All right. There. Oops, sorry. Hey, Roy, what's going on, man? getting a bit grabby as we're starting to get into the into that crack. Wow, so that goes all the way through. Well, keep our fingers crossed that it stays together and keep working at it. Try to move in a little closer. Turn it off when we do that. Right about there. And we'll zoom you guys in a touch. If it blows apart, you aren't really going to see it. It's going to happen fast, but all right, quick depth check just to see where we're at. Still got a ways to go. In case you're wondering, that was the standard measurement. If you want metric, you got to use your other hand. There's Lauren, welcome in. I'm getting greedy. Let's see where we're at. We can take more than that out, so you don't lose your hand when the glove gets wrapped up. Yeah, typically woodworker or wood turners don't wear gloves. There are some that do, especially if you're going to be doing epoxy resin. Yeah, because when you're turning epoxy resin, it can shatter and come off in slices and cut the heck out of you. But typically, if you're doing wood, you don't. That's sounding a little different now. So we're going to stop, take a quick peek. There you can see it. It's moving a little, but not much. We'll keep going. You got a little grabby right there. Simmer down, bud. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see air straight through that thing. This could get squirrely pretty quick. Shift over to a 1/2-inch bowl gouge. Hurricane, welcome in. Jack, how's it going? 316. How's it going? All right, we got some fuzzies flying around here. That edge is about as thin as we're gonna make it. Fattening out too much right there, so we're gonna slim this guy down the rest of the way. See how we're doing here. We can go down a little further than that. All right. Take a little more off that bottom. Give you guys a quick idea here. Oops. So we're measuring in about 1 3/4 inches. Puts us there, which means easily take another 1/4 inch off the base. And like I said, the whole time we'll just have our fingers crossed and hope this thing stays together. Get you guys back in position. As we're getting thinner, I'm going to be running it a little slower, so we're not tempting fate. Let's take a peek here, see where we're at. Still a little thick on the base. Right. Right now it's just a little high right there in the center. So I just got to take that down and we'll be pretty much good. All right. All right. Now, do we try the scraper? Just to smooth everything. So we give it a go. Success. All right, let's pop them off there and take a peek at it. I'd say it's not too bad. That thing is cracked from there all the way to there on both sides. I think you can see through it. I'd say that turned out pretty darn good. Does that bear come in? What's going on, bear? So, first one survived. Put him back up there, get back there. For our second one of the night, I was actually thinking about changing it up. And I went ahead and cut a pen blank. I'm gonna put him. So I went and made these the other day. Sliced them up on the bandsaw. Figure we go ahead and do that for the second project of the evening. Get my tailstock up here. We're going to do a quick experiment with this too. That's such a cool bowl. Move him over here. We are going to see if traditional tools, this can cut Alumilite. Should be kind of neat. If they don't, I've got negative rake scrapers, the Easy Woods. We'll just switch over to that. Can't see nothing. Okay. Oop, I forgot to use the reamer on it. me just a sec. Make sure you guys get to see that. Let's see if I got my white side. There it is. Whoop. So that's pen reamer when you do your blank. Almost there. Little touch more. There we go. If you can see that shiny brass, once your brass is shiny, you're down far enough. Almost. Okay. Normally best to do this in a vise rather than holding it in your hand, but we'll make it work. Shiny brass, flip it over. Shiny brass, that's done. All right. Tim, welcome in. How's it going, man? All right. So I think we're going to start with the skew. See how this is going to work. I've done this on regular epoxy, never on the Aluminite, so. It's going to be a little rough at first until we get this to round. Oops. That's working pretty good. I wonder if roughing gouge will be able to do it. Let's give that a shot. Like I said, the traditional wisdom is you use a negative rake scraper. Tighten that up. yeah, traditional tools do work on the Illuminate. So that works so well. Let's see if a peel and cut works. Not so good. That's chipping out. So peeling cut's a no-go. But slice and cut seems to be working just fine. Ooh, turn epoxy is messy. Good Lord. There's a reason I generally stick to wood. You guys couldn't see hardly half of that, could you? There we go. Yep, what did I miss? What's the material you got there? Just epoxy? That is Illuminate. I don't know what kind of epoxy it is. I think it falls under the epoxy genre. But what kind, I don't know. And finally, we're going to give the negative rake a try. Like I said, this is typically what most people would use. So you just want to be at the midpoint, and you move back and forth, side to side, just like that. Good Lord. Now, if I use that as chewy, you can get a good look. Probably the nicest of the cuts. Skew was doing pretty good too. But if I only use that, we're going to be here for like the next 4 hours watching me try to turn a pen. You know, nobody want to watch me turn a pen for 4 hours. So we're going to speed this up quite a bit. Alright, so general gist for making a pen, find a pen you like and measure it. I know for me, it's about a 7/16, a little bit under. So that's what I make my pens to. So basically, when the wrench fits, I'm at the right diameter. Just about. There we go. So now we just got to make the rest of it the same diameter. Won't be able to see it through this mess of stuff. Okay, that should be that side, pretty much. Okay, now we just got to shape that side. Get this other side down. What is that? Sorry, I'm only kind of paying attention to the chat now. And you're covered in epoxy, so it makes it kind of hard to see. All right, Roy, you have a good one, man. Tommy, welcome in. Pretty sure this guy's getting kind of dull now. Oh yeah, getting real dull. But that's all good. There, what? That is a messy. Okay, not quite. There we go. That's fit. Now we'll switch over, use our negative rake just to finish it all off. There we go. Yeah, there's other channels for talking about that stuff. I think I spend half my time cleaning. Let's get a closer look, see how we're doing here. See, we're just about there. We're gonna start doing some sanding. Good Lord, look at this mess. It sticks to everything too. This is why I typically stick to wood. Yeah, this one turned out pretty good. I got a whole bunch. All these are epoxy pen blanks. I think I got more in the house, more over here. So we'll see how this goes. If we may start doing some more of these. All right. That's stuck. We go in reverse, so this all blows away from me. Maybe we'll just do it from underneath so you guys can actually still see. Wow, that clogs up the sandpaper pretty darn quick. All right, that takes care of that grit. Jump up to 320. And we'll grab our spray. takes care of 320. That'll give you a fairly decent idea of what it's going to look like. Oh, Jay makes all sorts of colors. Jay, you still in here? There he is. And I think we're just going to try to jump straight to the micro mesh. See how this is going to look. This is the micro mesh, all different sandpaper grits. I gotta check the chart, make sure I'm in the right order. Brown, green, gray. Yep, okay. Hey Nicole, how's it going? We made a bowl earlier, right now we're making a pin. These over here, I can dry somewhere. Let's go there. Grab me a paper towel. Whoop. Try to line you guys up better. So that end and that end. So next we're going to get the Yorkshire microfine. See how that looks. If that's not shiny enough, we'll put some CA on it, but I think that's looking pretty darn good. Of course, you guys can't see it from way back over there. So there's the one. So put some sparkly bits in it. So that's what you're seeing right there. Whoop, there's that one. I think you can see some of the little sparkly bits. So now we just got to decide what tip we want to put on there. So we've got options. Let's see what you guys think. Let me grab these. We have got black, which is just as it says. Yeah, it's hard for you guys to see anything, isn't it? But let's see here. We got brass. We've got satin gold. We have got satin silver. Another satin gold. Gunmetal and gunmetal. So those are our choices. We have, let me get some of these out so you can actually see. And we'll zoom you in. Whoops. Not sure what I hit there. There we go. I'm going to have to take these out of the bag so you guys can see them. I don't think it's going to show up. Nah. So this would be gunmetal. Where'd that one go? I think you'll be able to see copper. That's what copper looks like. It might not be a bad choice. And of course your satin golds also wouldn't be a bad choice. Satin silver. Might look pretty decent. And you guys really can't see black very well. Black lines might look pretty sharp too. So let me know what you guys want to see. See, we got one vote for copper. I was kind of leaning towards black myself. So we'll get the satin gold out of there. We'll get the satin silver out of there. So we got copper. I'm going to have to get it out. That's what copper looks like. The color does not show up very well on the camera. Let me dig out black. I don't have one of those, one of the fancy ones that goes on the lathe like Johnny's Lathe Craft does. I got a different type of press. So I'll try to get you guys in a decent enough position to see it. There's copper and there's black. I see another black, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's going black. We're going black. Putting the copper away. And we will back this up. Put our bushings back on there. Take our two pieces, put them over there. Got this guy out of the way. There we go. Put all that stuff back in the pen kit. Clean this up a little bit. God, what a mess. For those of you planning or thinking about doing epoxy, it is messy. It is very messy. Looks nice, but very messy. So that's my pen press. Oh, I got stuff all over that, man. That's all right. Get our transmission out. Or the tip is step one. These come in such tiny little baggies. There we go. All right. I think we'll make that the tip. Put him back over there. That transmission will be next. Knock the nib off. Give you an idea on your sizing. So we're going to want that line is what I'm looking at. I'm trying to line up where he's going to land for how much nib is going to stick out. So it's going to be probably just above that line. Oh, you be nice. That's how far out, that's how far in. That looks pretty decent. Next tiny little baggie has the centerpiece. Get this out. Goes right there. And then last, we got to put the pocket clip and the cap on the back side. And yet another one of these ridiculously tiny little baggies. Goes in, damn it, dropped it. Luckily it stayed on top. Dropped it again. Trying to do this and keep everything on camera is a pain in the butt. go. And there is our completed pen. So we'll zoom in on that. Whoops. That is our epoxy pen that we made. And the bowl that we made. Whoop, don't need to be so zoomed in for that. The bowl that we made that I was pretty darn sure was going to blow up on us, with a crack that goes the whole way through from there to there, but somehow it managed to stay together. So not a bad couple projects for the evening. Well, if you guys enjoyed this, consider liking, subscribing, do the YouTube stuff. I'm going to be out here a lot more often, turning bowls, turning pens, turning all sorts of stuff. So maybe we'll see you again. So till next time, y'all take care. Later, guys. How do I end this? Oh yeah, that's right. Up there, and take care.